What's up, everybody? It's Soren Baker.
Amir, Rahimi.
And this week on The Great Debaters, man, getting into one of the best rappers of all time, one of the most underrated rappers of all time, MC Ren. All right, Amir, so we're back here on The Great Debaters. As always, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's right down there and it's free. That enables us to keep coming to y'all as often as possible with as many interviews as possible, great debaters as possible, commentaries, first and 15ths, etc. here on Unique Access Entertainment. Please, please, please subscribe. Help us get to that #1 spot in the game. Now, Amir, MC Ren, man, this dude is a true master of the craft and somebody that I have the fortune of knowing. If you haven't seen, check my interviews with MC Ren right there. It's a link to one of them. And he's just a phenomenal artist, great dude. I've had the pleasure of knowing him since the 90s. So it's that was an amazing experience to get to know him and develop a friendship with him over the years. So shout out to MC Ren as always. Shock of the hour. How did you get into this album, Amir?
Being a big N.W.A fan, man. One of the first groups that I heard. So diving into each artist's solo discography was very fun because obviously when N.W.A disbanded, we got some great stuff from Ice Cube, Dre, Eazy, MC Ren, even Yella had a project. So that was just, it's like a blessing and a curse. You see one of the best groups of all time disband, which sucks, but then thankfully they all went ahead and kept making music and, making that family tree even larger than it already was. So Shock of the Hour I listened to, and I found it very interesting how he's not even on the cover. I found interesting. It's just, flames and text, and I just found that quite interesting. And then also, while looking at Kiss My Black Ass EP, it's promoting Life Sentence on there. So I understand that a few songs that were originally on Life Sentence made it to the Shock of the Hour, and then he kind of changed directions when he joined the Nation of Islam, and then he made other songs on this album. So that is very interesting. So it wasn't a full scrap, but it was, changing direction, so to speak. So I found that very interesting. But to get into one of my first songs, which I believe was geared for Life Sentence, is going to be F What You Heard, which on the single right here that I have, they're calling it Forget What You Heard. And man, dude, this song, this beat is fantastic. Dr. Jam does a fantastic job on this beat. I would
say on the whole album. He does a lot of it.
Well, I don't want to say that yet because I do have some more Dr. Jam songs in my picks. But this beat, man, I imagine this is one of your picks. I don't know. But this beat, I was just like, holy shit. And Ren, instead of being, I don't want to say more aggressive because his lyrics are aggressive. However, his flow isn't very aggressive. It's like so relaxed and so sinister that it's really impressive, actually. I don't think a lot of people in rap could do what MC Ren did on this song. And Dr. Jam really served him up perfectly. He gave him a perfect pitch to hit it out of the park. And I think Ren did that. And that's incredible. And then the chorus is awesome too. Just the sample of Ren's lyrics is just fire. Man, this is one that I can really listen to, just especially on a late night, just driving, good weather. This is one of those songs, man. F What You Heard is like, I'm shocked more people don't talk about the song. I actually don't see anyone talking about the song.
Well, we are. That's why we're here, Amir.
So that's my first pick.
That's one of my picks here for Shock of the Hour. And to your point, I think since Ren is so aggressive and so powerful, when he does kind of shift gears and do this more subdued flow, I guess you would say, in a way, it's very striking, and it's actually Shock of the Hour has a lot of that, or more than that than I would have expected, especially given the album title and the subject matter on the project. But I did feel that F What You Heard, Forget What You Heard, Fuck What You Heard, however you refer to it, just a great, great, great song. And to your point, I do think it shows Ren's mastery of styles and deliveries and cadence and flow and all these different things that on a song like F What You Heard, he's able to switch it up so dramatically and still be so captivating. Because I've noticed sometimes when artists do these more relaxed flows, subdued flows, I kind of, unless they have a voice like MC Ren, you kind of like lose interest relatively quickly, and this is not the case with MC Ren. So anyway, that's my first pick. What's your second pick on Shock of the Hour?
Second pick is going to be the track right after, and that is All Bullshit Aside. So, and Ren is very aggressive on these track titles. You know, track 2, Same Old Shit. Then you got F What You Heard. You got All Bullshit Aside, like all back to back to back. And then you have the F word in in 2 other songs on the album. So he's unapologetic and as advertised essentially. All Bullshit Aside, man, this is another great beat, and we got Dr. Jam again, and this one you also not only have Dr. Jam, but you have Madness for Real. So in the year '93, I heard a lot of Madness Real, especially like on like Lethal Injection, which we also did a review on. Madness Real's on there too.
There's the link for Lethal Injection. Great debaters.
Great album there. So this is another one that I really just like, and this one is a little more. You know how he was a little more toned down a little bit in his flow on the previous track. On this one, he is a little more. He ramped it up just a little bit more, I would say, in his flow and his miles per hour on the not that he's going fast, but it's a little faster. So All Bullshit Aside, great stuff right there. And also the beat reminds me of the Brothers for Life song One Less Bitch, with that one segment or that one layer of the instrumental. So I like piano. That little so I like that little callback. Makes the beat definitely better. And I think this is just another hard-hitting beat. And I will say, though, this song was hard to pick, and I'm spoiling what my next pick is not. But I was going between this and Attack on Babylon, and they both have, in my opinion, similar types of instrumentals, with Attack on Babylon being by Rhythm D, who I think he produced very well in that song. The chorus on Attack on Babylon isn't my favorite, but I love the song and the beat. So I had to give the slight edge to All Bullshit Aside. And Ren is he's so aggressive on this song. It's like, damn, if you don't like aggressive rap with a lot of swear words and just being gangster about it and talking about the stuff that he talks about in general, then this won't be your type of track. But man, he does well on this track. That's my second pick.
I'm going to go with that as well. All Bullshit Aside. I do love the production, and I think Shock the Hour, of course, I came here for MC Ren to hear what he was going to say, but I do think throughout, in particular, Dr. Jam does a great job. And All Bullshit Aside, I think, is a prime example of that. And I do, as I've mentioned on many of my interviews and many of our great debaters, I really do like when piano is used, especially effectively, because it, to me, has a very what you would expect rapness to it, but when done well, as it is here, done All Bullshit Aside, I really enjoy it, and I think it adds a certain level of elegance. And with this song, Ren's voice is so hearty and muscular and defiant that a piano, at least the tones of the piano that they ended up using, are not that. And so I think it provides a nice balance, and I also think it just helps create a great song. So that's my second pick. Amir, what's your third pick on Shock of the Hour?
So speaking of piano, I'm looking at your shirt, and DJ Paul and Juicy J do an excellent job of putting piano on a lot of those songs.
For sure. One of the many reasons I love 3-6 Mafia / Hypnotized Mods.
Have we done their albums yet on this channel?
We've done a few things with 3-6, but there's my link. Juicy J and I did a book, The Chronicles of the Juice Man. If you haven't gotten that yet, please check it out. Great book. But we need to do more 3-6, more anything with Hypnotized Minds, I love, so we got to do more on the channel. We'll get to that, I'm sure, sooner than later.
We will. So, yeah, no, their piano interpolation is fantastic. So for my last pick, I'm going to go with a song that's also on the soundtrack. And for those who have good memories, that would be Mayday on the Front Line from the CB4 soundtrack, as you can just see on this vinyl single and the hype sticker down here, talking about MC Ren's track on here. And this is on the second half of the album. And really a big fan of this one. Once again, Dr. Jam. Dr. Jam. All three of my picks have him on the production. And he's not the only producer on the album. We also have Tootie on here. Like we said, Madness for Real, Rhythm D, others as well. So,
and this is 93, right?
This is 93.
Okay. Inside joke.
Inside joke, yeah. So, yeah. Basically, point is, Dr. Jam has a field day on this album, right? MC Ren is I think MC Ren and Dr. Jam doing great. Shout out to DJ Train as well. And we have on this track, as we know up to this point in 1993, we've known for a few years now, at least half a decade, that MC Ren is not a fan of police, right? So
that's an understatement.
He addresses the police on this song quite a bit. He addresses the Ku Klux Klan. He talks about how he's gonna, kick their asses and fight them and unite. We've heard a lot of this in this particular era in rap, uniting the Bloods and the Crips and doing all these things and standing up against what one of the problems is at hand, with police brutality and other things going on in the community. And, I like that. And I think a lot of rappers, especially in this era, have their F the police song or at least some bars against the police. And MC Ren, this is probably his 5th song, 6th song, 10th song, 12th song about, talking about the police. So I think he does another great job on this. And the beat is pretty cool, man. I think it's a dope one, and just MC Ren delivers it again. What's more to say? So that's my final pick.
Mayday on the Front Line is my 3rd pick. And
wow.
This is actually rare that we have the same 3, but Mayday on the Front Line is my favorite song from Shock of the Hour. I think it's the best overall song because I think the beat is my favorite beat. I really, really love all the sonics. Shout out to Dr. Jam, who produced this one by himself, I believe. But the thing is, I think story-wise and telling what's going on in Ren's mind, this song, a lot of the rest of the album does that, of course, but this one I think is the most focused. And it has all these elements that Amir brought up. He also talks about Rodney King and all these other things that are going on in society. And I think Ren is such a good storyteller. Ren is such a good political commentator and doesn't get as much shine for that because obviously Ice Cube's in the group as well. And he's one of the best, if not the best, of that in rap history. But Ren also delivers a lot of that too. And I think people have forgotten that over time, which is why I'm glad when we do videos here on The Great Debaters on Unique Access Entertainment, I'm glad we talk about this stuff and when I do my interviews, because someone like MC Ren has all this great insight, this great perspective, and Mayday on the Front Line is a prime example of that. And like Amir was saying, like I've been saying, he weaves in and talks about all these extreme examples of terrible things that happen, but also things that happen on a regular basis with police brutality and different things. So to me, it's always important to note and highlight these things. And when someone like MC Ren makes a great song like Mayday on the Front Line, it makes it easy because, hey, here's Exhibit A of why rap is important and why it matters and why these guys have the perspective and the insight that they do, because MC Ren experienced some of this himself and has seen it and knows what's happening, and that's why he's compelled to make songs like Mayday on the Front Line. And then Dr. Jam, I think this beat is just amazing, and I think it's the best beat on Shock of the Hour, so I gotta shout that out in particular. Anything else you want to add? I know that was your pick, but
no, I was gonna say my favorite beat, just since he's someone's favorite beat, is definitely F What You Heard.
Oh, okay.
But this one is, I mean, this is probably my second favorite beat on the album, or third maybe. That Attack on the Babylon beat is really damn good, and Rhythm D is great. It's just that chorus, I couldn't. That's what pushed it from 3 to 4 for me for Attack on Babylon. But yeah, there's some great stuff on this.
All right, well, those are my top 3 picks. You guys got Amir's top 3 picks on Shock of the Hour. Hit us up in the comments section. Let us know what you think, and definitely while you're down there, please subscribe to Unique Access Entertainment if you haven't already. I'm Soren Baker.
Amir, Rahimi.
The Great Debaters, y'all. Shout out to MC Ren and the crew for making Shock of the Hour, man. Great project.